Welcome to Star Wars. Nothing but Star Wars. Da, 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 da.
And here comes Disney with the DMCA.
Shut up! We can't take anything.
Oh. The 90s.
Oh my gosh. Well, hello guys. Welcome to our podcast of the Buttery Show. We have me, your host Ryan, aka Yoda's new student Pinoy, and we have our own cosplay Darksider, the Pinoy Darth Raven himself, Marv cosplay Marvin. What's up?
Embrace the dark side.
Oh my god, nerd. And we have
We all?
Red Pinoy from a squadron from Pinoy Squadron. Justin Caboting. What's up, dude?
Red Pinoy standing by.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. We're ready to go. Let's go, guys.
Stay on target.
Stay on target.
You're
target.
too close. You're too close. You're not very careful. Pull up.
Oh my gosh. Well, again, welcome. Again, thank you guys for being part of the Buttery Show. Oh, also, hello, growing up the 90s. This stream is also streaming simultaneously with with other page. So, hello. And now we're here to discuss Empire Strikes Back. So last week, me and Justin talked about New Hope, and now we're talking about the one of the best sequels of cinematic history. Technically, the number one sequel ever made, Empire Strikes Back. Basically, it is a film that paved the way
For
how
everything.
sequels should be made
Mhm.
for
This-
franchises.
It started This Is the Way before it was mainstream.
Yeah,
Mhm.
serious. And also
The
introduced
way.
us to this iconic, lovable character over here.
That guy?
Yeah, this guy.
In
Yeah.
danger, you
Yeah.
are.
I thought it was this guy.
he was a New Hope.
Yeah, but he didn't really do much in New Hope.
He did a pew 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 pew.
If you think about it in hindsight, he was mostly Tarkin's lackey.
Yeah.
Fine. I get you that.
This
But,
Empire was his movie.
Yeah.
okay, fine. It was his movie.
He had his own theme song in this one. This
Imperial
was the
March.
first Star Wars film that had the Imperial March.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, you're right. I forgot they didn't use it. They did not use it for A New Hope.
Just
Interesting.
blew your mind,
You
Ryan.
done learned something today.
Oh, shut up!
But
Shut up, you freaking Jedi's. Jedi scum. I can't wait to. I wish Anakin was here so I can like just slaughter you guys.
I don't like
you're not
sand.
younglings. We're immune to that.
Cool. But hey, guys, but anyway, guys, again, welcome to our podcast, and we'll be discussing Empire Strikes Back. So before I start, Empire, how did you guys watch this film? When you actually no, here's a better question. Like, how has this film impacted you guys, and like when did you first watch it? Starting with Darth Vader's pupil here,
Okay.
Pinoy Darth Vader.
Thank you, Marvin.
So this movie pretty much cemented my love and everything for Star Wars. The whole entire opening battle of Hoth, just seeing the walkers as a kid in that movie, and you can tell right away that they were using models, but it still felt real, that. And then Luke cutting it open and then just by himself making it fall over. That was like, whoa, he didn't even need a speeder for that.
Yeah. Oh man.
And how I watched it and when I watched it, I think I was about 6 to 8 years old. My dad was he had the original trilogy to this day on Laserdisc.
Oh,
So that's the
laser disc.
Yeah, dude, my Laserdisc player still works. So I have all 3 of the original movies in its original cut. None of the special edition type stuff. So whenever I want to rewatch the OG trilogy, just hook up my Laserdisc player. And just so you know, kids watching, Laserdisc, think Blu-ray, but a bigger CD.
Okay, cool. Justin.
For me, I'm gonna have to agree that um, just like I had shared during our discussion of episode 4 of New Hope, Empire Strikes Back also just was an outstanding film thanks to George Lucas, Lawrence Kasdan, yeah, everyone that went into making this film. It's arguably the best film in all of the Skywalker saga, or
Mhm.
heck, of anything that's come out for Star Wars. I mean, exactly what you had said, Murph. Uh, the Battle of Hoth, it's so riveting. You see the blend of real life rebel troopers fighting against all odds against the Empire with the AT-AT walkers, the ATSDs
Yeah.
are like coming and coming, and then they finally destroy the shield generator, and it causes the rebels to fully like make their escape. But I have to say that the one thing that definitely got me to really like this film, other than the lightsaber duel on Cloud City,
Mhm.
it was the asteroid field chase.
Ooh, yeah.
So when I was a kid, yes, embarrassing Justin time right here, there was this Millennium Falcon toy that was battery powered. And you know how sometimes there were like those little shooters, like with those like
The
foam
foam
disc
disc.
things? Yes!
I think I
You know,
had one.
yes! Oh my gosh, those
I
are
remember
so
having one.
funny. And yeah, it was loud though. And like when you turn it on, there was this button on the rear port side of the Falcon, and you would turn it on, and then you would like the motor would go, and like, and then there's this light on the Falcon, and then there was a trigger joystick that you would shoot the foam discs. And these things had like 20, 25 foam discs or something. So I would
Yeah.
get so trigger happy. And I'm like beep, 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 everywhere. And then my grandma comes in the room and like, hey, why is it so messy? Go pick up your kalat. For anyone who doesn't know a little bit of Tagalog, yeah, it's like it's so messy. Nang kalat ka laman. Dumi
Anything
dito,
is a
dumi
mess.
doon. Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Dito. Tumidito.
Like no way from like no way home.
Ned's
Exactly.
Lola.
That's Lola.
Yeah, my Lola was all over me. So yeah, during that asteroid field chase, I would pretend I'm the Falcon navigating through the asteroid field, trying to escape the TIE interceptors and the TIE fighters. So that hands down had to have been my most memorable uh, scene from Empire Strikes Back that really got me to love this film. How about you, Ryan?
Again, like I mentioned last week, this was the first film I started with Star Wars, so it's kind of sucked that like the spoiler was already done for me. So basically, yeah.
Whoops.
I thought this was the first. I thought this was the first one. Well, I thought it was the only Star Wars film until like, oh, there's two other two other films left. Oops.
I mean,
So
the name doesn't even have. It originally did not have Star Wars.
Yeah,
on
it
right?
just says Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and
Yeah.
Star Wars New Hope.
Or-
They
yeah,
didn't-
I'm like, damn. So the Luke father like Vader being Luke's father's reveal was kind of like, but again, honestly, this film actually can work well as a solo too.
Yeah.
It can because
yeah,
thing is,
kinda.
it can kind of because thing is, they kind of don't reference anything from the first film.
Yeah,
well,
they
there is,
don't.
but like they don't. You don't kind of. This is what I love about like some like these Star Wars films. You kind of don't have to watch some of the previous films. Understand?
Like this one stands alone.
Yeah, it's stand. It's like Return of the Jedi. Like Return of the Jedi. Like my mom never watched any Star Wars film. That was the first film she watched, and she got the story right away.
Cool.
That's good.
That's good, but be whatever. But again, how I got so I watched the original VHS tape for this movie. Again, I loved it. My favorite scene was actually Cloud City because it looked cool, like a city in the floating sky. Like the nice colors and basically everything was futuristic. So I love the part, and also we got introduced to Boba Fett. And yes, I love
Whose
Boba
job
Fett.
was standing around.
Hey, but he looked
Yeah.
cool back then. So
He looked cool, yeah. But
I
I'm
mean,
like,
I was one of those kids who are like, "Oh crap, this guy looks cool," even though he doesn't do shit in this movie.
And literally, he speaks like 3 total lines in the whole film.
as you wish.
He's no good to me, dead.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
that's
what
it.
if he
But-
doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me.
The Empire will compensate you.
But again,
Yeah.
but what I liked about this film was it had everything. It had romance, It had character development for each character. Way a lot of them. It made Han
Yeah.
Solo. This is the film that legit made Han Solo one of my favorite characters.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Again,
really see it in this one for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Chewie. Because I love Chewie. Chewie's my favorite all-time Star Wars character. No lie, because I love Chewie. He's an adorable. Yeah, but
No.
this
Best
is
hugs
what.
at Disneyland.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is as much as this is Darth Vader's film, Han Solo just steals this movie. Like in my
Yeah.
opinion, he steals this movie. Like I can tell Harrison Ford kills it, and there's of course stories that he wanted him killed off in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was trying so hard to be. I could tell he was like, all right, I'm gonna die with a bang. So I'm gonna use my best acting for for Star Wars film, and crap, I'm not getting killed off.
Yeah.
You could tell in
So
Return of Jedi, he didn't really try, but
Mm-mm.
but yeah, like this film, each character, even Princess Leia, she was great in this movie. It's still like No Hope is the one that she's my favorite New Hope, but this one she's kind of okay, but she still did a great job, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Luke, he did a good job. The only thing that kind of annoyed me looking back now is like okay, stop.
Oh,
I am
when
your
the
father.
reveal.
Yeah, the reveal. So I admit that's kind of overacting. I'm like watching it now. I'm like, was that necessary? But again, I don't hate Luke. It's like Luke is. I'll be honest. Luke's not my favorite. He's not my favorite character.
Mhm.
But he's like not bad. It's just like he's not one of my favorites.
Right.
It's like that's why I like Star Wars because like you can have your own favorite character and not just the
Mhm.
main character himself. But I do admit though, that's final battle, the final duel, that is still one of the best duels in Star Wars. Like at
Mhm.
tension. What's funny is they didn't have any music. There was barely no music in that battle. That's the duel. I mean the duel.
Yeah, especially at the start of it, you could
Mhm.
only hear Vader's breathing.
Vader's
The
breathing
classic
as the
sabers.
machinery of the carbonite freezing chamber.
Yeah. Oh man. It for a film that didn't roll along the normal lines of horror, it really just was the whole ambiance of the scene was horror because you could feel the dread that Luke was
Mhm.
because you see this man and or more machine than man
Yeah.
figure just
Wreck you.
yeah, he's just toying with Luke the whole time. But
Like that the last half of that battle on Cloud City, the last portion of Luke versus Vader round 1, when Luke is in the hallway with that triangular hallway part,
yeah,
and then Vader out of nowhere does that cross slash. I'm like, oh.
ooh, he's like, oh, almost
And then
got you.
Vader's like breathing all heavily. He's like, that's it. I've had enough. Time to end this now.
Like he was just toying with him too. He's just like,
Yeah.
I could tell he wasn't even. The thing is, he knew he was his son, so he wasn't trying
Mhm.
too hard.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because legit,
but
Vader will go to like.
I
snap.
think Vader was more playing with and messing with Luke in the initial part of the fight. But when that moment happens in that small hallway before he pushes Luke out the window,
Mhm.
that part made me afraid of Vader because that's when he's like, nope, the training wheels are off.
Yeah, he's not pulling any punches. He's like, I'm gonna kill this kid.
Even if I don't want to, but I will.
Yeah, if I have to, I will.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Couldn't have said it any better.
Another notable feature of this film was introduced this iconic character over here,
Hmm.
Yoda.
Master Yoda.
The
He was
one
the-
who
Mhm.
pretty much solidified how being a force sensitive should be.
Yep, and also basically one of the characters that taught us do not judge a person by its book by its cover,
Mm-hmm.
or don't just overly judge someone because of their appearance.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love Yoda. Because the thing is, when Obi-Wan came on so hot, right? When Luke is like dying out there in the snow, when Obi-Wan's spirit's like, oh, you find Master Yoda. So I thought, oh, Master Yoda's gonna be this bit like this highly trained master. I was thinking back, I was like, maybe he's just like he looks like Obi-Wan, right?
An
And, like,
older
yeah,
Obi-Wan.
human or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, he's this little dude. So his revelation, like he's just a little green dude. that's like wacky.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in seclusion for about 30 years. He'd be a bit crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Yoda. Um, but again, this is also the first film that I seen. Actually, it's one of the rare films that the bad guy won. Like the
Yeah,
villains actually
Oh.
won.
the villains won and the heroes took a major L.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Luke lost
Han-
his hand, Han's in
uh-huh.
carbonite, the rebels have to split up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The rebels lost their base, and yeah, oh yeah, you said split up. Yeah, everything. Basically, there was a more personal film for each
Mhm.
character. Like this is
Yeah.
why like a lot of like I can tell like a lot. You notice a lot of trilogies. Their second film is usually the darkest.
Yeah.
That is true. One thing I just realized that with this being the sequel, this film has to do a lot with the theme of loss,
Mhm.
literally, because other than the fact that the heroes are losing something, you're also again you're open to the greatest change. Yes, I'm quoting The Legend of Korra right now, but the thing is, Luke is left with this revelation that the very man, one of the leading figures of the Empire, is his father. He's everything that Obi-Wan told him.
Was a
He's
lie.
yes, he's so confused. He's like, I thought you said that Vader betrayed and murdered my father, but no, he's like,
He's right there.
yeah, he just told me after cutting off my hand.
It's
I'm
like
your
I don't
father. I'm your daddy, bro. I'm like, oh,
Luke is
geez.
probably like, I don't know if it's the pain from having my arm severed, but that's crazy. I think I'll believe it.
From a certain point of
Yeah.
view.
Yeah.
From a certain point of view.
Like I said, like Vader has DID.
Yeah.
So Obi-Wan's not wrong. Like Anakin's a different person than Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
I
Which we
mean,
figure
we
out in
kind of
a.
did see that in Rebels when Ahsoka cut Vader's mask.
Yeah, and so Anakin like just Peter like trying to call to Ahsoka until you know.
Then you will die.
You know, it would
Yeah.
have been really interesting if when he did say Ahsoka, maybe his Sith eyes went away for a second.
I saw that edit. I
Yeah,
thought
it
that
Yeah,
did.
that's what I'm
was
talking
a great
about.
idea. Oh man.
But like, sure, it's fine what we got, but it's like it would have made a lot more sense, you know. And then like right when he says no, right when he says then you will die, his eyes go back to yellow.
Yeah. Oh,
That would have been great.
that Sith yellow eyes. Ooh.
Those horrible yellow eyes.
Calm
That's
down,
horrible.
Jesus Christ, Aunt May. Calm down.
I thought this was a Star Wars discussion, not a Spider-Man.
I know, but then
That's
like
two. That's two in one.
So again, for guys that know, who just like let's say these casual fans, again, Empire Strikes Back is basically a sequel to New Hope. Basically it's the Empire after A New Hope where the heroes won. Now the Empire strikes back. Get it? Strikes back. So in this film, they win. Basically, the Empire f's up the rebels, right? Darth Vader like kind of wins in this game, and like now it's honestly this film is more like a run, like a what's the term? Like the characters are running away.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they're on the run.
there's no like straight storylines, all multiple storylines. It's kind of weird because this film works so well. Like usually with films that have multiple storylines, it doesn't work well. But somehow Irvin Kershner, the director of this film, found a way to legit put all these multiple storylines into one movie that works well. Because you had Luke training with Yoda, you had Han and Leia like running away from Darth Vader, well, the Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course the storyline with in Cloud City.
Lando
mean?
Calrissian.
And Lando Calrissian. I love Lando, even though he was a backstabber jerk in the beginning. But if you watch Solo, you'll see why he did
He
that. But
prefers galactic entrepreneur.
yeah, but Solo, everyone's you mean a childish Gambino in old forms.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
Lando
mean, he has
Calrissian.
his reasons.
Yeah, you do. I also find out that he was the owner of the Falcon.
Yep.
The OG
The
owner.
first
of the
owner.
Falcon. The first owner.
Or as far as we know,
As
because
far as we
Yeah.
know, I
Lando
think he has
did
Star Wars.
win the
He got the
Corellian
Falcon.
Freighter, and then
Yeah.
he modded it.
hmm
Yeah.
Yep.
hmm
Yeah. So let me see. Let's look at some comments before we
Oh,
continue.
right.
Oh yeah.
Empire Strikes Back. Yep. Mary Cass is high.
Hey
And
Marie.
00XY. Empire and Godfather 2 prove that sequels can surpass. Yeah.
Okay, and
How
Zero
did
XYZ says, how did
Oh, I think
Maz
that's
find?
Maz.
Yeah,
you know
How
what? They
did-
never explained that in the sequel trilogy.
yeah, they didn't. But I've been hearing some things that they will be doing a comic miniseries about that.
Yeah.
I forgot who the author is gonna be, but something regarding that is coming. Finally,
You know they should
kind of a
do.
couple years too late for that one.
I think they should do. They
Yeah.
should do a sequel series for the sequel movies. So
Probably not for a long while.
I know. So let's wait maybe 10 or 20 years for that.
Oh man. We'll be in a senior home and we'll be like,
We'll be as-
remember when I saw the prequels
We'll be in
and
the
saw
age
it on
bracket.
Laserdisc.
We'll be 4 years old, dude. So
We're gonna be in the age bracket of
Yeah,
what
right
the
there.
original trilogy people are at.
Damn. Yeah,
But-
77. Oh my gosh, you're right.
Now let's discuss the I want to discuss the themes of this movie. Like again, there are a lot of themes in this movie that should not work well. In like, keep in mind, you have too many themes in the movie, it can like backfire. But the fact that they put in, like, of course, loss, they put death, revelation,
Mhm.
don't be judgmental. It all works well in this film.
Betrayal too.
Betrayal too,
Trail.
and also love.
Mm-hmm.
Love done right, and it showed us incest.
But hey, we can't talk about that yet until the next one.
Yeah.
They kissed.
Put that in your
But
back
they didn't-
pocket.
They
But we didn't know that yet.
Okay, fine,
Yeah.
fine.
Put that in your back pocket. We'll talk about it on the next one.
And also, what else I can say? Honestly, yeah, all these themes working well in one movie. Like, it's hard to believe it. I mean, this is also a good example why, as much as I love George Lucas, that I'm glad that in this original trilogy that he had people telling him what not to do.
Mhm.
Not to do.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, this film was very mixed. This was legit Last Jedi mixed in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, but thing is, you look back
Subverted.
on it, it's like, oh crap, it does actually make sense.
Mhm.
I'll say this: the sequel actually made this film look better
Oh, Jedi made
Oh,
this-
Return of the Jedi.
because,
Jedi.
because watching it, I'm still like, damn, like, 'cause it was dark. Keep in mind, a lot of people were not used to the villains winning because you look at past movies, right? Like heroic
Right.
movies or stories, it's always the hero winning
Yeah.
everything. But legit, that's the reason why Empire Strikes Back is kind of considered one of the greatest films in cinema because it did change the way of how films could be made.
Yeah.
Like, it showed us like, oh, it's still a kids film, but we were able to make it a little darker. Well, you have Disney, but like we were able to make it about darker themes. Like, basically taught kids like, yeah, not all the hero is not always gonna win.
Right.
Mhm.
Yep.
Right. In terms of story structure, it uh there in a lot of filmmaking, screenwriting novels, they demonstrate or like they go into detail on how the general structure of a screenplay should be, or like how you should go about writing it. And so with this one, it literally introduced a new dynamic. I can't quote it right now just because I can't remember for the life of me what where I read it from. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Ryan.
Mhm.
Empire literally changed the ball game for cinema. And also, I mean, this kind of goes to how J.J. Abrams writes his screenplays,
Mm-hmm.
because usually when you're creating a story, if you have characters, the story will follow, because you're trying to you're figuring out who they are as a person, what are their values, and then with Empire, you have your characters and they're hopping here, but also you're creating new characters, and you're seeing how they, in the equation of the whole story and structure, literally can create obstacles or tools for the heroes or villains to utilize. Lando, Master Yoda, and even Boba Fett were literally among those that were used to carry the plot along. They weren't just there, they actually were a facet to playing a bigger role in this film, whether or not it's a small role.
Mhm.
I mean, we were talking about it with Boba. He says 3 lines, but it's his overly menacing. You see this Mandalorian helmet and just a very gravelly voice, and the next thing you know, he takes Han Solo in his starship, no longer called the Slave One. We'll talk about that later.
The
But
fire spray.
it's the fire. It's Boba Fett's starship.
I can't believe when I saw that. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I can understand why, but what was stopping the name in like the '90s toys and everything?
Right.
It was
It's
still
like
there. It's
there
still,
was no association to the literal term F
yeah.
at all.
Even when I played Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Jango Fett's
Yes.
like prequel story game,
Mm-hmm.
he just named it that. There wasn't any
Yeah.
he just said it's called the Slave One
Yeah.
with no reason.
He literally called it because it sounded cool. Ryan,
Yeah.
have you ever played Star Wars Bounty Hunter?
Yes, I did.
Dude,
It's,
it's
Okay.
so
it's
tough.
it was
even
funny.
to this
It's
day.
funny. You like if you played Jedi Fallen Order, that was technically supposed to be a
That
bounty
was-
hunter game.
Yeah, because they were working on Star Wars 1313 at one
Yeah.
point, and that was supposed to be a Boba Fett story. But
Mhm.
Yep.
yeah, we
Basically,
didn't get it.
Basically the same way how he did Uncharted. Same mechanics.
Yeah,
timing
I
and everything.
remember.
The demo. I saw it. It's like, damn, this could revolutionize everything. But so
Yeah.
never
We
know.
got a-
Probably.
We got a question in the comments here.
Oh, what
Oh,
we got?
Okay.
Let's see.
Winged Wolf 500.
What I
How
How
different would this
different-
movie be if it had an R rating?
I mean,
Um,
I don't think it's gonna change anything because, like, what do you mean by R? Like blood and everything?
I think
Well-
because of the R rating, you would be able to get away with a lot more in terms of that, like in terms of the violence scale.
Mhm.
But I don't really know.
Honestly, like, again, this film was not.
Yeah.
This film was made for kids. That was
Yeah.
Lucas' intention. It's basically a space opera or a fairy tale made for kids. Like, you have the princess,
Right.
the hero, and the villain. Right.
Mhm.
It's the reason why Irvin Kershner, like, he legit. I don't know behind the scenes stories, but I think rumor has it that this film was supposed to be lighter until Kurt's like, no, let's
Oh.
make it darker.
Yeah, I could really see the whole "it's for kids" type of thing with Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think keep in mind this film was mixed. This film
Mhm.
was really mixed. That's why I believe because Lucas. The thing with Lucas is he listens to critics or listens to like fans like opinions to the point also it kind of affects him too bad.
Yeah.
Like, because Empire was really a masterpiece. Like, I'll be like, again, it's like with Last Jedi. Last Jedi, I'll be honest, it's actually the best film in the sequel trilogy. It's just for me, it's not really a Star Wars film,
Mhm.
but it's the best directed and written.
Yeah. Well,
Let's see.
agree to disagree, but okay.
I mean, it's the best. Like, not really, but it's like I don't know. It's like something about it is watchable. Like Force Awakens, it's watchable because of New Hope, but something about Last Jedi makes me.
Let me just say this now: Force Awakens is the best out of the sequel trilogy
What?
I
Yeah.
agree with Marvin.
Fine.
because it had
disagree.
direction. It
had a
It
foundation.
started somewhere, and it could branch out multiple ways that you
Yep.
could choose.
Yep.
Like, fine.
Yep.
Zeus XY. What if you watch all the movies in order? A very stars movie has the wrong tail. Like,
That's sacrilege
Oh,
in my book.
that's
I-
sacrilege.
This is a reference to that TikTok, the one with all
Oh
the
yeah.
different
Let's
titles.
change the titles.
Oh, okay.
So
It's
the
being
first
every-
film,
Yeah,
The
like
Rise of Skywalker.
like this, everything is a fake. Like, oh, Empire Strikes Back, Empire Strikes Back. Remember for Force Awakens, it should be called Empire Strikes Back.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then like uh Revenge of the Sith, or like the Phantom Menace, which was
That was Phantom Menace was Return to
uh
Rise of Skywalker.
yeah, that's right, because Palpatine came back. Yeah, that's right. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. TikTok.
What a headcanon, guys.
And then Revenge of the Sith was it
TikTok scoopers are correct.
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the
I
Clones?
think.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no
yeah.
no 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 no. It was the Phantom Menace was Revenge of the Sith, wasn't it?
Mm.
No.
I'm confused now.
Something. I don't know.
Moving on.
I can't remember.
Tony
Yes.
is a green gentleman.
Tony.
What's
Love
up?
you, dude.
I hate that it's for kids argument. You put Samurai next to Legend of Korra. A guy
Well, here, maybe we can reword it. I mean, I understand where both of you guys are coming from with the "it's for kids." I mean, yes, you have to think from also an entertainment industry standpoint. Sorry, on the topic of rated R before we move
Mhm.
forward. Usually the things that cause a film to be rated R is the presence of drugs,
Yep.
tobacco consumption, alcohol, sex, and nudity. And I'm missing one more.
Language.
Language.
Language. Thank you. That was it. I mean, if you were to add it to Empire, any of those components, is it necessary for the story? I mean, you could add literally more deaths, but it doesn't. Or sorry,
Like, what
yeah,
would it really do for the
Exact-
movie itself?
it could probably hurt it more. So to answer Winged Wolf's question, I think it would not be so different if it had an R rating. I think it would be more different if the story had changed to make it worth the R rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep in mind, guys, this is the 80s.
Yeah.
I know
the 80s.
exactly. They were more lax back then. That's another point I was gonna make.
Yeah.
Like, there were more
Ryan's
conservatives
right
and
there.
stuff right now. Like, now it was like kids can watch rated R movies and they don't give a
Yeah.
shit. Now it's like back then people were
The thing
very
is,
conservative.
though, like if you think about it in context, how some things were considered PG-13, but nowadays would be a rated R.
Yes.
Yeah, like Temple of Doom was the first PG-13 movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. It
Of
was
the indie.
Indiana Jones.
Because Indiana
Yeah.
Jones was also supposed to be for basically Indiana Jones was supposed to be like James Bond for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like, is it?
Yeah. Temple of Doom went really dark.
Mhm.
Kalima.
Gosh, that part gave me nightmares. But
Oh,
Did they?
man.
But that's another stuff. We need to do Indiana Jones month too before
That'd be
the
pretty fun.
before the fifth
that
film,
would be fun.
before the fifth film comes
Yeah,
out.
before the fifth
No, there's
one
only
comes-
been 3.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Before the next one comes out.
The next one.
There we go.
God.
Yeah. We don't
But-
talk about that.
Anything, but again, anything. So let's go to Yoda. Like Yoda here, as much as like Han Solo is like a standout, Yoda is also kind of also a scene stealer. Like he's not in a lot of scenes,
But he
But thing is-
steals every scene that
but he
he's
says
in.
everything. Like it's before I thought it was like he's annoying, but thing is like he basically taught Luke how to grow up,
hmm
and also taught him about like basically. You watch it now, like with all this other stuff, like Yoda is basic. It's funny. Yoda teaching Luke. I'll say this right now. What if in another universe, or what if Yoda actually taught Anakin instead? Because thing
I
with
mean,
Yoda
technically
is
he did.
Technically, he did because they
But-
were all together in the temple.
no, but thing is like as a pure like mentor.
Oh,
role.
right.
Because thing is, I noticed with going now, I noticed with Luke when he what was under Yoda, he had more wisdom.
hmm
Mhm.
So I think I mean, honestly, if we look back on it, like if Obi-Wan taught Luke, I'm afraid it might have been under Anakin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because keep in mind, like I get it in Phantom Menace, he was quickly forced to become a teacher because he without prior experience being a teacher.
hmm
Mhm.
And the fact that like, hey, look at Ahsoka. Ahsoka has some rebellious stuff in her.
hmm
Yeah.
but like Yoda teaching Luke kind of is like, oh shit, like basically you look back on it, Yoda is trying to fix the mistakes that Obi-Wan did with Anakin. Like honestly, Luke is like legit what Anakin should have been. So it kind of proves that like Yoda should have been the one that taught Anakin. See?
I see your point.
No, that's an interesting point that you made.
Yeah, because I noticed too, even with the first sequels, like keep in mind, Luke has dark side stuff inside of him, right? It's the Skywalker blood, right? Like technically,
And-
your career.
Yeah, generally any Jedi, any Force user is
Any
capable
force
of-
sensitive can fall to the dark.
Yeah.
But thing is, the bloodline, if you look at the comics, doesn't create what dark plague is. So that technically, that is a dark side blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I read the comic. Is it canon though? Dark plague is creating Skywalkers.
I mean, either way, I mean, this goes back to a lot of the foundation that George put into Star Wars. I mean, it's very Shakespearean.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a space opera, like we said. It's an odyssey of sorts, and when we think about it, good and evil is merely an ideal that's been set by
Perspective.
standard. Exactly, it's all perspective.
Good is a point of view, Anakin.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
exactly. Yeah, Palpatine said it himself in Episode 3. No,
Oh,
that's
and by the way, this is the first film we got introduced to Palpatine too.
Oh yeah.
that's right. Oh my gosh,
What is
and
thy bidding, my master?
and the voice was done by a dude. But did you guys know that Palpatine was actually first played by a woman?
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, explain it to the audience who doesn't know, Justin.
Say again. Oh, sorry.
Explain to the can you explain to the audience like why Palpatine was supposed to be a woman?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I'm not
actually.
sure, but
Really?
Yeah.
that is a bit of trivia that I do know. Originally, in the original cut of Episode 5,
Yeah,
on Disney Plus now, it's straight up Ian McDiarmid. But
yeah,
if you're lucky enough to have the older cuts of this movie,
Right.
it's someone completely different. The makeup is different, but I do believe the voice is the same. I think. I don't remember.
yeah, because Clive Reville was the one who did the voice of Palpatine
Okay.
over Marjorie Eaton's appearance with the makeup.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, it was. I guess that's what they were originally planning for Palpatine at one point, just because they wanted to convey that there was a real mastermind beyond Vader.
Mhm.
So female mastermind. Honestly, dang, Lucas, that was should actually happen. Lucas was thinking ahead of his time.
Unfortunately, guys, I do have to duck out now.
okay.
Oh,
but,
okay. Before we leave,
I'll be watching as the
Okay.
stream goes on.
all right. So before we leave, Marvin, let's do a screenshot to commemorate this event. So, smile. Hello, got it.
Cool. All right,
Got it.
guys. Ryan, see you later. Justin, it was nice meeting you. See you all guys next week at Star Wars Celebration. Bye bye.
Sounds
Next
good. We
Monday,
look forward to
don't
seeing
forget.
you.
Return of Jedi.
Oh yeah,
we're
that
gonna
too.
see each other for
Monday.
Jedi. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
See you on Justin.
We're down one. We
We're
lost.
down when
We lost Red Key.
like Barb turned to Carbonite.
Yeah, we lost the other X-wing fighter.
No, we'll
He's
save
gone.
him in the Return of Jedi next Monday. See,
Okay.
it's
We'll
poetic.
rescue- Okay. All right.
It's
All right.
poetic.
It's like poetry. It rhymes. Oh my gosh! Look at you. You're like a mini George Lucas. Look at
I
you.
know. Wow. I mean, okay. Let's see. Wing Wolf. Well, would Yoda have time trained since he's the Grandmaster?
Some people take decades on decades to be a to really
Actually,
practice
no. I have to.
being
I
in
have to.
tune with the Force.
I have to take back my point because he did train Count Dooku and he did turn evil, so I had to take that back. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge because given this is way before the Clone Wars was conceived, Yoda understood the error of his ways. But I'm guessing in the realm of just the original trilogy alone, Obi-Wan and Yoda, because they had supposedly trained Anakin before he had become Darth Vader, they had they it's like a parent. When if you feel like you failed your kid, you're going to feel like, "Oh shoot, where did I go wrong?" It's not necessarily the kid's fault, it's the parents' fault.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
that's why I'm thinking if Yoda had I mean, like if it had been that way, if he had trained him all the way, it Luke could have been another Anakin, but I think it still would have been different. I think because also it depends. It's hard to tell because Yoda seems like he's old. So that means that you can draw an inference that he's seen more. He's been through a lot more. So he's probably wiser.
Yeah.
Definitely more wise than Obi-Wan for sure. So
Mm.
Luke could have just ultimately have been the best Jedi ever, which actually he to a to a certain point he was.
Yeah, because he's the last Jedi left.
Yeah. And they said, I won't be the last Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold up. I also said in
But yeah.
cinema. Man, was Mace Windu not in a film, right? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is this a inside joke I don't know about?
Yeah, it is. It is. What's up,
Oh,
Mike?
wonderful.
What's up, Mike? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Good to see you, Mike.
Oh, by the way, guys, so Mike interviewed Chains Packs for Wonderful Toy Fest. The interview will be up tomorrow at 10 a.m. So be sure to watch that.
Woo!
Okay, so don't worry,
Exciting.
Mike. We'll have you for a Star Wars podcast. We'll have you for the prequels. Yeah, since you love Samuel Jackson that much.
Oh, I mean, hey, Samuel L. Jackson is the motherfucker.
Oh yeah, Jose,
I had to
he's
say
like
it like
excited.
that
He's
so
like
YouTube police wouldn't get on
he's
us.
like hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's going forward. What else want to talk
Yeah.
about this film? Like anything like I missed? Like we could just
I definitely want to say that they definitely amped it with the models because
yeah.
again, this is going back to my favorite sequence of all with the asteroid field and yeah, because you're dealing with the vastness of space and then you have the Falcon just navigating, and then they're trying to lay low. Next thing you know, they end up in the belly of the Exogorth, that little worm monster from the
Yeah.
asteroid field. Oh my god! I was like, oh, it's collapsing. It's like that's no cave. It's like what? And then you see this thing chomp, almost getting the Falcon. And so that whole blend of visual effects and practical, it really showed how far in that small span of how many years? What year did Empire come out?
It came out 80. Let me check.
80, 80. Sorry.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to fact check.
yeah.
80?
It came out May 21st, 1980, and the original Star Wars came out in 1977. Within a span of 3 years, they had made a technological leap to make that look so much more seamless. On top of the excellent sound design with Ben Burt. I
Mhm.
didn't mention Ben Burt in the last episode. I felt so bad
Well,
for
now
not
you are.
mentioning. He's the grandfather of sound fully. Oh my god! But yeah, I'm glad I mentioned it now. But I think the technological, the technological leaps in this film definitely help make this film stand out more.
Yes. Oh, by the way, guys, you guys didn't notice. Oh, wait, but yeah, I do agree with you, especially with even the sounds of this film. The
Yeah,
lightsabers, damn.
the lightsabers for sure.
Yeah,
Such
like
an level up, man.
I'll say this: this film kind of put more like emphasis and explored what the Force kind of is.
Yes.
Yeah, and put more lore to the Jedi. It's funny,
Mm.
yeah, more lore, Jedi and the dark side. And before I continue, check out my new shirt. The
Wow. Okay.
says keep classy.
Keep it classy.
Keep it classy. Let's see. Cinemas in a roll. Wasn't the name of the color lightsaber say? What is it? Oh
I love the Pulp Fiction reference.
my god.
Empire Strikes Back is one of the top 3 films of the franchise. It was just a cold-blooded movie and showed how badass Vader is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
Like this made Vader legit. Like want to scary. This film, as much as like New Hope basically introduced Vader's like as a because even in New Hope he was already terrifying.
Yes.
The fact he could force choke you and like the fact that he could like also like with cold blood by destroying by basically torturing Fizz Leia, that is very cold blood. But the fact that this film
Yeah.
like ramped it up, like
Mhm.
oh crap. What's
Yeah.
Marv's here? The Force being a Jedi or Sith better than the original trilogy. It's not what.
Oh, but I like the spinning lightsabers
But I
and
do like the
flip.
spinning lightsaber and the flips and the midichlorians.
Here, Marvin, I'll help you do some flips with a lightsaber. I think you'll change your opinion. Here, Ryan, we'll go. Let's go to Tempest free running. Here,
Yeah, let's
we
go.
can. But hey, actually, Empire Strikes Back did a lot more comprehensive stunt work in this film. Also, Luke did a few flips.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, Luke did flips. So
Yeah.
ha! Hold up.
he did actually two. Once on Dagobah and once in Cloud City on Bespin.
The fact that Vader can force choke a man too. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are in
Uh,
charge now.
Yeah. Okay.
Captain Viet.
And it's funny. It's kind of sad to just like look at him. It's like, okay, we're in charge now. They don't care if he's dead or not. When you think about, yeah, this was the first time see Vader without the.
Oh,
mask.
that's right. That little few seconds you see him without his helmet. It's like,
yeah, like he's
ooh,
like a damaged man.
this is not. It's like this guy's not human. He's like some Frankenstein thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What else we can talk about?
It really carries out that message that he's definitely far from being human.
Mhm.
This
Oh.
guy's a monster.
Oh, it's like we just watched Chewie in this movie. Honestly, I'll be honest. Chewie kind of did not do much in this film.
I know your favorite character.
I know
didn't
he's
do
more of a
much.
like a lackey. He did more in Return of the Jedi
Yes.
and New Hope, but he kind of didn't do much in this film. He was kind of a lackey. Well,
I mean,
he did fix 3PO.
he
3PO.
fixed 3PO and carried him on his back for the majority of the whole Cloud City Bespin arc. And I mean, he had 3PO weighing him down. I think that's why.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But again, 3PO and R2D2. I'll just say this: this film made R2D2 a badass. Oh yeah, I didn't mention
Yeah.
R2. Like so in the New Hope, you just
Mm.
honestly, again, this is why I like this movie. This movie kind of did a lot of character development for each of his characters. Like we saw R2D2 being legit, like very what's the term? Like he's very
Like,
assertive.
Yeah, assertive pretty much sums it up. He takes more charge because when he's with Luke on Dagobah, it shows that like, oh, I'm not staying on this X-wing while you're out exploring. What if the X-wing sinks and I go down with it? It's like, I'm following
Basically,
you.
he was Luke's babysitter.
Yeah, he was Luke's glorified babysitter.
Yeah. But hey, this is what made R2D2 legit. Like
Yeah.
not he's very iconic, but thing is, it helped. It's kind of see. This is why I love Star Wars. It even makes a non-human character develop, or non-humans, robot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we can't forget this little detail. Without R2, they couldn't escape the Empire at the end. He
Yeah.
fixed the hyperdrive.
He did.
He literally fixed the hyperdrive.
I'll say this too. 3PO, I was actually very funny in this film.
Yeah?
I could tell like this. I could tell Daniels really killed it in this film because like all of his
Yeah.
lines were so fun. Were not all fun, but like we're like, oh my god, like hey, come back and fix me here. Like I can't see.
Yeah, Anthony Daniels really just let total comic relief full steam ahead for sure. Because it's already established he's this protocol droid. He's a little more dignified, but here he's gotten more accustomed to hanging out with the rebels. He doesn't have to be 100%, like total proper. He doesn't have to be such a high strung member of society.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah, no, he's part of the Rebel Alliance. So I guess that kind of bled into his character, and Anthony Daniels really just let that come out.
Mm-hmm. Look at the
Oh my
comments.
goodness.
Oh
Oh,
God.
hold on. I think Marvin actually had a good one about the TIE fighters.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. What's up, Jen? Are you a Star Wars fan, Jen? Are
I
you? Are you a Star Wars fan?
hope so.
You want? We can do the prequels
Oh
or
my gosh.
anything that's Star Wars related. Let's see. I
Oh,
can guarantee the peta. Oh my God.
seeing refuge entry. Oh, okay. So really quick, Marvin's was, what is your guys' favorite type of TIE fighter? Mine is the TIE Interceptor. Oh man. Okay.
It's hard to
Ryan,
choose.
you go first. You go first.
Yeah.
Unless you don't know yet.
No, I'm thinking.
I hear.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I would pick the Interceptor.
The Interceptor.
Yeah, I would pick the Interceptor.
Very good. Coming from someone who played countless hours of the Star Wars Rogue Squadron game, in which
Same
I'm
here.
very boom.
PSP? Which one? I play for PSP.
Oh wait, no, Rogue Squadron was on N64, my good brother.
Oh,
Battlefront was on PSP.
Oh my God, wrong
It's
game.
okay.
My bad.
I'll cut you some slack. You're not chopped liver.
I'm not
It's
a true
okay.
fan.
No, you're cool. But yeah, no, and the fact that Lucasfilm with Disney, of course, they announced a Rogue Squadron film, which unfortunately has been delayed. Patty Jenkins is still slated to direct the film. I was so hyped. That's the kind of film I want. I want to see a freaking film that's like Top Gun style with Rogue Squadron. I want to see V Wings. I want to see Y Wings. I want to see A Wings. I want to see a freaking Buick, a black Buick, just go through the sky, firing with twin ion engines through the sky. I'm not joking. But with all that
You
aside,
probably know why it's like legit delayed because you seen Wonder Woman 84.
yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah, and Patty Jenkins did direct that one. You're right.
Yeah, it's why again like as much because like
Mhm.
Lucasfilms knows like now Star Wars basically anything that's not on top top notch as Mandalorian Boba Fett they can't f it up because the sequel trilogy already get bad taste in everyone's mouth so they're trying to find a way to
I
get the
mean,
best.
I can understand there were a lot more people were afraid of Solo becoming that. But in all honesty, I enjoyed Solo: A Star Wars Story. Heck, a lot of people even were scared about how Rogue One was going to turn out, and Rogue One is my favorite film.
Solo is actually not bad. People are I don't know if people are hating it, but like you watch it again, it's like it's honestly Solo
I
is more
enjoy
like
it.
those like MCU solo films that are like okay, it serves purpose
Yep.
and story. That's why it felt like it's not bad. I mean, it's not great, but
Yeah,
it's not bad.
in my opinion, it feels like a Captain America film.
The first one,
Oh yeah, First Avenger, hands down.
yeah, and like and also it introduced what's that girl from
Oh,
Falcon and Winter Soldier,
in Falcon and the Winter
the
Soldier.
redhead.
Enfys Nest.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
one world, one people. So what shit? She started a rebellion. No, oh god. See,
I
so
mean, hey, it's all
she's
connected.
a variant. She's a variant.
But just to wrap up my little thing with the TIE variation, I have to say the TIE bomber is mine because you use those proton bombs, and if you have the spreader proton bombs upgrade, oh man, you just deal all sorts of damage. You rack up that kill count, boom.
Mhm.
TIE bomber.
Let's see. Patty is
gonna
going
be-
to be dope for Rogue. Remember Patty didn't. Oh wait. Hmm.
I think there was a lot of studio
Interference.
interference. Yeah, that's why. I
Okay.
think Wonder Woman 84 is a special case.
All right. All right. Tell me, Lisa, you think about it. Luke's development as a character can be seen in his weapons. I hope. Yeah, honestly, Luke is kind of few Jedi's
Yeah,
that use a pistol.
that's right. He uses a DL-44 at other times, and
You know what's
then
funny? Did you play the original trilogy for Game Boy Advance?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, you played again. Oh, sweet. Let's have
I
fun.
did. Boom. Um,
Remember the part you can switch your lightsaber to a blaster?
yeah, and then
Yeah. See, like it's a good point. Like, yeah, Luke's one of the fewest people that can use a. It's like what's his face? It's like Wait, do you play Jedi Fallen Order?
yeah,
Wait, you can
absolutely.
use it. Wait, can Cal use a blaster? In it?
Cal Kestis does not use a blaster.
I thought I was thinking something. But yeah, but legit.
Uh, the other game that had a Force user who used a blaster was the Jedi Knight and Jedi Outcast games, the Dark Forces games with Kyle Katarn, if that character rings a bell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was originally the guy who stole the Death Star plans for the rebellion before Rogue One was a thing. And he had a Jedi lineage. His father was a Jedi. He got rid of a rogue uh, collection of dark side users called Dark Jedi, and yeah, he created a legacy for himself. He was kind of like the Jedi figure who wasn't afraid to use a blaster. That was Kyle Katarn, if anyone knows. And here's the thing about Empire Strikes Back, though. Now that I mentioned Kyle Katarn, have you guys ever played a game called Shadows of the Empire?
Did.
Boom! Another high five.
My bad.
But yeah, Shadows of the Empire was a beautiful, beautiful accompanying source of material with Empire Strikes Back because it followed Dash Rendar, who was very similar to Han Solo. He had a companion droid, kind of like how Lando had L3. Actually, I'm just making that connection right now. Oh my gosh. Long story short, you got to fight IG-88, you got to fight Boba Fett, and it segued directly into Return of the Jedi. And you got to play in the Battle of Hoth. That was the first time Star Wars fans got to play or be a part of the Battle of Hoth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. No, I'm with you, man. I'm still waiting for him to somehow make his way into canon.
Hey, it can happen if
I
Thrawn
hope
can
so.
make it to canon, he could make it to canon.
If Thrawn can make it into canon, Katarn can definitely make it
to
into canon.
Wait, isn't he make canon though? Katarn?
Kyle Katarn is not canon.
Oh, then who was that one of that character
Which one?
that fell in love with Asajj Ventress?
No, that was Quinlan Voss.
Okay, I was gonna say.
He was in the Phantom Menace and the Clone Wars.
Okay. I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He had the little face paint, the yellow line across his face.
Yeah, Asajj Ventress.
He's badass.
Okay, so before let's do anything else before we wrap up. Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, I mean, we kind of went to all the points of this movie, like the hot battle, back the tanks, introduce back the tanks. Basically,
Oh yes.
you know what's funny in this movie? Funny in this movie too.
Mm-hmm.
They did explore a lot of planets.
Yeah, you're right. There was definitely
There was like only 3.
Yeah, there was only 3 in this one.
Yeah, because
The
actually no, A New Hope only had Tatooine, Yavin 4.
Tatooine, Yavin
Alderaan.
4, Death Star technically counts. Alderaan's kind of
Alderaan.
there.
Also, it's only 3. Yeah, never mind. 3 planets here too. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Wait.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
It's good that you're thinking about that because that's a big thing that Star Wars is known for. It's the planets, it's the locales. Dagobah is one of the best. It's a setting that literally has personality and is a character in and of itself.
Swamp.
We didn't even get a chance to really.
Let's talk about the scene, the
Cave
final
of Evil. Or what do you think?
Let's talk about the scene. So Darth Vader versus Luke, vision wise, right? Or spiritual wise, like Honestly, that's actually one of the best like foreshadowing for a scene.
Yeah,
Before, like, why is like, so keep in mind there's a cave scene, right, where like Yoda's like, oh, um, you know, you like
your
what's in there, like,
weapons. You need not them. You will. Yeah.
yeah, basically he goes in there and he fights Darth Vader, but he finds out that's not Vader. It's actually a vision of him
Yeah.
fighting Vader, and the mask is himself. So basically, he sees himself as Vader, and funny enough is he's a dad. So that scene alone is
Mhm.
one of the best case of foreshadowing.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh God. Yeah, I remember the first time seeing that as a kid. I was so confused. For years I was wondering why is it Luke's face? But then over the years I eventually pieced it. Oh, it could have been because, the family lineage. He's Vader's son. And also it could also be a metaphor for his potential to equally embrace the dark side as he can the light.
Now think about it. Luke's not really a Jedi. He can be like a gray Jedi. Because the thing is, I'm going a little off. You see
Pablo
the
Hidalgo wants to know your location. He doesn't like that term.
oh my god, never mind. But anyway, so
No,
we,
it's fine.
that's
It's a
fine.
running gag. It's a
That's the
running
running
gag.
gag. But anything else before we wrap up?
I definitely want to commend John Williams again, the
Yes, John Williams
father of
music.
cinema scoring. Oh my gosh, he upped the ante with Empire for sure. I know. I'm glad I finally got to talk about Ben Burt a little bit. We talked about how great the lightsaber sound. The starfighters sound greater than ever. The AT-AT walkers. Oh my gosh, just hearing them.
Lightsaber, lightsaber
Whoa.
battle.
Yeah, exactly. That duel on Cloud City was phenomenal. But Star Wars wouldn't be Star Wars without John Williams.
Mhm.
And this has to be. I actually think Empire Strikes Back is the score that is actually used in a lot of promotional material.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a lot of the games and a lot of the films. Now that I come to think of it, yeah, John Williams, hecka talented. Every house knows who John Williams is.
You watch Family Guy. John Williams. Oh crap. Now
Oh,
it's
it looks like
Danny.
we
Help me.
have a comment here.
Jackie Moore. You can see a proper Empire. What would be?
Ooh,
You
you go
know what's
first,
funny?
Ryan.
I would. It's the probe droid.
Ooh,
I got probe droid.
Imperial Viper droid, the probe droid.
Yeah,
Very
and put it in front of my
interesting.
house, like probing's like, what's it out there?
Oh, so you want it to also be an alarm droid too? You want it to have
Exactly.
sensors and everything? You
Hmm.
want it to shoot people too and self destruct? Probably
For
not self
bad guys
destruct
who want to
though,
rob.
but it will like self destruct out of
I don't know. I like
protected.
the probe droid. It's something about the probe droid. I like its design for some reason.
Yeah,
Or
no, it's
if you want maybe a back tank so I can just
oh my
heal or
gosh, I'm
get
back to
tired.
oh man, yeah, it's basically one of those it's like those skydiving tubes
Or a
instead filled
tauntaun.
with water.
Or a
Oh yeah, you
tauntaun.
know what? You you actually beat me to it. The prop that I would want from Empire Strikes Back is literally the tauntaun. I'm not joking. I want to feel how comfortable that feels. If not, I just want to be inside of a tauntaun.
Yeah, it's almost slain by a wampa.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing though. You know how warm it is inside of a tauntaun? It's lukewarm.
Shut up.
You
Oh god. Oh my
got
god.
it, and you heard it from the Buttery Show.
Oh my god.
There you go. Your dad joke of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and humans of all everything makings.
Han Solo, one
Ah,
of the only three numbers to use a like stack.
that is
Yeah,
true.
that is
He,
true.
kid, this is gonna smell. And I thought they smelled bad on the
The
outside.
outside.
Oh,
Uh, I mean, we could talk hours for this film, of course, to time
we could.
restraints. But again, guys, so again, Justin, thank you for being my co-host. It was fun again. So where can they find you in social media?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at jcabantingva. Or you can also check out my website, jcabantingvoices.com, to see all the other projects I've done so far. And stay tuned for other updates on things I do for voice acting, stunts, and also on camera work for movies, television, and streaming.
You can find me at Instagram dancerboy247. Also follow us on Buttery Show, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You do have a Twitter. I'm trying to get that ready, but I'm kind of lazy for Twitter. But yeah, but definitely follow us
Twitter
on
takes time.
Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We're highly active, especially YouTube. Let's see. Later, all. Later, man.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We
Yes.
all appreciate your time. And
So updates. So tomorrow no podcast because I'm actually going somewhere special. Can't go. I can't say. But we're going to be uploading the interview with my boy Michael here, Michael Fallon from Citizen Cinema, or one of our Buttery Show hosts. He interviewed James Pax, legendary Hollywood actor who was in Big Trouble in Little China. He played Lightning. Yes,
That's
he'll.
super
And then on Friday, tomorrow, and then on Thursday, we'll be doing a podcast for Turning Red. One of our new members, my good friend Nadine, will be joining us. And then on Saturday, Friday we'll upload the interview with Larry Houston, who was actually one of the animators, producers, and I think director. I forgot, but he worked on the X-Men animated series.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
That's cool.
on Saturday, we're going to be doing Susanna Malik. She was the Jawa and also a Tipodian in The Mandalorian.
Yep.
And then on Sunday, we'll upload an interview from James Corlett, who was the voice of the OG Goku from Dragon Ball Z. So yeah. And then Monday, we're going back. This handsome guy will be back. We'll discussing Return of Jedi. And the rest of the days, I don't know. We're still planning out. But Friday, definitely I'm going to Star Wars Celebration. This guy's going all 4 days, so lucky B word. Just kidding.
Yeah, if you folks are planning to go to Star Wars celebrations, be sure to keep an eye out for me. I will definitely either be dressing up as a Jedi. Maybe you'll see me as a Tatooine citizen, or I may be cosplaying as Ezra Bridger. You never know.
Never know.
Keep your eyes peeled.
All right, guys, this is the Buttery Show. Again, thank you, Justin, for being my co-host. And also, Marvin was here earlier. I'm trying to look for his, so I don't leave him behind. Let me see if we can find his.
Yeah, we can't close out without Marvin's socials.
Yeah, so you guys want to follow Marvin? This is Instagram, social media handle. Be sure to follow that. And right, guys, this is the Buttery Show. Wait. Oh, Jack is going there too. Did you freeze?
Yep.
You froze. You're doing this right now. You just froze.
That's actually not bad. That's actually a pretty good pose.
You froze that shit. You're like. All right, guys, this is a Buttery Show. Oh no, Justin's forcing carbonite. Crap.
That's an interesting pose to have, frozen in carbonite. Okay, there we go. I'm back.
All right, guys, this is a Buttery Show. Signing out. Bye bye. May the force.
Remember, the force will be with you always.
You're weak, old man.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Oh, you will be. You will be.
You will be. Ciao, guys. Thanks for joining us.